Hey everybody, happy Friday to you. I'm just actually hopping on here because I've been thinking a lot lately about this and I wanted to kind of put it out there because I know a lot of us struggle with relationships with food. And what I mean by that is it's really hard to find sort of where your balance is and what you should be eating, what you shouldn't be eating, what you should be eliminating, what you like to eat, what you don't like to eat. And I just wanted to sort of hop on and tell you about my own personal experience. So fast forward, I think about 5 or 6 years ago now, I was in a really bad position, I would say, with food. I would always be worried about what am I going to eat today? How much can I eat? What should I avoid? What shouldn't I avoid? Am I getting the right amount of protein? Am I getting the right amount of carbs? And all of this is extremely important. However, it created such a relationship with food that I didn't even look forward to nourishing my body with that food. So I wanted to come and talk about that because I think it's a lot of things that women and men struggle with, especially if you're into health and fitness and you really always want to look and feel your best. And it's really hard to find that balance. So I want to talk about how I sort of got back to balanced and enjoying the foods that I'm eating and not worrying about, having a cheat meal or having something that I really am craving anymore and still being able to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So I think at the time it's also important for me to mention that my surroundings were very stressful. So when I would come home from work, I would be so stressed out about everything that I had gone through during the day. Even though I was eating decently, I would eat large portions and then I would eat again and not really mindfully sitting down at a table and having my dinner from a plate. I would be sitting on the couch or having way too big of a serving was an issue of mine as well. So how I sort of overcame that was I made a life change. I started to realize that my own health and my own happiness was way more important than getting a paycheck from a place that was causing me so much stress and anxiety all the time. I didn't have a relationship with my family really because I was always at work. I was working weekends, working holidays, and it was a very high stress environment. I learned a lot from it, but I also learned a lot about what I didn't want in my life. And that would be to, have ongoing stress from work and from stuff that really is not in my control. So I realized as soon as I had resigned, everything actually switched for me. So my cortisol levels, they dropped right away, which actually helped me get rid of fat. Because for those of you that don't know, if your cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone, is high, your body will actually store fat, especially if you're not nourishing your body the way that you should. So I actually started intermittent fasting just by default. My husband and I at the time were renovating our home. So it was just, we would work really high physical labor intensity all day. And then all of a sudden we'd realize it's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But I had done that for probably about 6 weeks before I realized how much of a positive effect it was having on not only my system, the way I was looking, the way I was feeling, my mental capacity. So for those of you that don't know about intermittent fasting, I can definitely help you with that because that absolutely started this long journey towards changing my life and my relationship with food. So basically that means that you are fasting for 16 hours a day, and meaning you have 0 calories, 0 calorie beverages as well. So like your water, black coffee, black tea. And then during that other 8-hour period, you're actually having your meals. And of course they're to be healthy and to be nourishing, but there's different forms of fasting. 16-8 method generally seems to be the one that's the most popular. And honestly, it just really fits with my lifestyle. So that's what I want to really get across to you today is your relationship with food has to work with what your lifestyle demands. And that if that's, you're working for 10 hours a day, you got to go there prepared and you got to make sure that you're finding foods that you like that are still nourishing your body without having to obsess over things. And I've never been one to want to count calories, count macronutrients, weigh out what the heck I'm eating on my plate, because for me that's just not realistic. And I think I would speak for a lot of you when I would say it's probably very similar to how you're feeling currently. And then after, I sort of got that fasting thing down and I was kind of still eating whatever the heck I wanted to eat, my body did change, but I still absolutely felt like crap. I have a lot of digestion issues if you don't know me personally, and that's sort of where the Arbonne thing came into my life. I actually did my own challenge for the first time ever in May, and I was blown away. I was still using the products here and there, but I wasn't doing and committing to the challenge. And detoxing your body, guys, for at least 3 or 4 times a year is so important. For those of you that don't know, a toxin is basically anything your body has no idea what to do with. So stuff from the environment that we breathe in, from the polluted air, anything that you're putting into your system, food-wise or drink-wise, that maybe is not the most healthy thing for you is a toxin. And then also anything that you're placing on your skin. So within 26 seconds, whatever you're putting on your skin is actually absorbed by your bloodstream. So if you're using really crappy chemicals and stuff that's not safe for your body, it'll go right into your bloodstream. And what happens, guys, is that all your toxins are actually removed from your body through your liver. So when you have so much coming in and not enough going out, think about an overflowing bathtub. It really just makes your body inflamed, and it makes your body a breeding ground for diseases. So that's why it's really important to make sure your body has been balanced, and also in regards to finding what really truly does work for you and your lifestyle and the stuff that you enjoy eating. So the 30 Days to Healthy Living Challenge has changed my life and many, many other people, including my own clients, including other consultants' clients. And I just want to make sure that you're aware that it's not a diet. It's about nutritional rebalancing. And these habits, they stick because people cannot understand how good you're going to feel when you have eliminated that gluten, you have eliminated that dairy, and now you're at a point where you actually want to eat the stuff that you want to eat, even though it may not be 100% healthy for you, but you're taught your body how to sort of come full circle and have those things in your diet every day, as opposed to worrying about, oh gosh, I can't have milk, oh gosh, I can't have this, I can't have that. So for instance, what we mean by nutritional rebalancing is if you have a sandwich for lunch, we are teaching you simply how to place that on a gluten-free piece of bread and avoid the dairy. Pack it with some vegetables and still have a good protein source in there as well. Another example I always like to take is if you're one that has, say, milk in your coffee, we are swapping that out and using almond milk instead. Just not using a ton of sugar, because those are things that absolutely contribute to the toxic level of your system. So I encourage you all to ask me any questions about intermittent fasting, ask me questions about the Arbonne 30 Days to Healthy Living Challenge. Even if you don't want to do this big, huge challenge, guys, it's not really that big. It's 30 days. You can do anything for 30 days. My next one actually starts September 2nd. So I'd love to have you on board. And there's actually a reduced fee this month too to get involved with that, which I'll touch up base on a one-off situation with you all. But it's just so important to get these products in your life because they're pure, they're safe, they're beneficial, and honest to God, they are life-changing. The amount of results and testimonies that I can share with you will blow your mind. It blew my mind even after I finished my 30 days in May. I couldn't believe how much better I felt because I was still that person that was having, your cheese there, your dairy, your gluten here, your gluten there. And I cut that stuff out completely. I stopped drinking alcohol for a full 30 days. And I can't tell you, my bloating went way down. I felt like I had more energy. I was sleeping throughout the night. Before that, I was waking up at least 1 or 2 times just tossing and turning because I actually didn't realize that I had a stomach ache. So to not have a stomach ache every day and to wake up feeling incredible is so empowering, and it just makes my day way, way better. So I encourage you guys, if you have, any symptoms of maybe needing a detox in your life, I know a lot of people think it's expensive, and I would say it absolutely is not. You cannot put a price tag on your health, number one. And number two, we never think twice about going to buy a new purse or going out to buy a new pair of shoes or something of that nature. But when it comes to our health, for some reason, we're always second guessing whether or not we should spend that money. And that may be related to the fact that you've tried other things before, but I can assure you, you've never tried anything like Arbonne's 30 Days to Healthy Living, because this stuff works. It's not a diet. It's sustainable long term, and it teaches you those things that you're going to want in your life forever. And they're healthier, safer options for you long term. So thanks so much for tuning in, guys. September 2nd. hit me up on a message if you have any questions again about fasting, if you have any questions about the 30-day challenge. I'm looking to help more and more people as we go through this journey called life. I hope you have a really great weekend.